What's up, YouTube? Dan from D-Berg Skate here, and today I'm going to be walking you all through the skate park of Tampa. This is the legendary park you've probably played in many video games before, and this is where they host some of the biggest skate competitions, including the Tampa Am and Tampa Pro. However, you probably don't see this section of the park that often. This right here is the, quote, kiddie section. At least that's what the employees called it. You've got a nice variety over here, including this manual pad box, this hubba, a nice force stair, and a rail on the right side. This section of the park also flows very nicely. Most people will start their run on this quarter pipe here, and overall it's a great place to learn new tricks, and largely where I spent most of my time skating the park. Now for the next section, over there is the outdoor section of the park. It's all concrete out there, and we're going to get into that in a bit. But first, I got to show you all the best part of the park, in my opinion, and that is the bowl. This bowl is fantastic. It's obviously going to be a little slippery just because it's an indoor park. However, you can get a ton of speed if you pump around this thing. It's about that size where it's in between a mini ramp and vert. It's about 5 feet tall all around. And I spent a lot of time skating that, but if the bowl is just a little too big for you, we've got a nice mini ramp over here as well. So I'm going to take you all over there. You can walk down these stairs from the bowl, and you can get right over to the mini ramp. Nothing really going on out there. Tampa, Skatepark of Tampa, it's really in this industrial section of the city. Not the best area. That's one thing to keep in mind, but it is what it is. So this is the mini ramp we're at now. It's about 3 feet tall. Pops out around 4 feet, I would say. Because there's that pole there, they had to shorten the mini ramp on the left end. But that thing skates great. You can really get technical on it. And you can get even more technical over here. We're back over to the kiddie park. All along the street section, you have a 1 foot quarter pipe. Massive. You can learn a lot there for sure. And this pole over here is padded because you will skate into it. And over there, we're walking outside. You see that ladder? That's the one from Tony Hawk Underground that you use to get to the top of the building. Just kidding. But if you have played Tony Hawk's Underground, this outside area probably looks very familiar. It's between the two parks. Very chill vibes out here. People are just sitting, taking a break. And over to the left side is the concrete park that I hinted at earlier. This is really the vert section. I think the lowest part is probably around 5 to 6 feet. And it tops out, I would say, probably around maybe 8 feet, I would say, or a little higher. But I didn't spend a lot of time skating here. And this area often gets neglected. And that is because when you go from skating the indoor park, which is super slippery, to this concrete is especially sticky compared to most concrete, so it's just going to feel a little weird. I skate a lot of concrete at my local, but my local's covered in graffiti, so it's a lot more slippery. And we walk right back into the kiddie section of the park. That's the nice part, is there's easy access between the two sections. Over there, we got the basketball hoop. I think I've seen that. You've probably seen that before in video if you're familiar with the park. And then there's all these bleachers over here that no one's on, probably for the competitions. Now we're heading into the pro section of the park. This is the section of the park that you probably know best if you're familiar with Skatepark of Tampa. This is where they host all the competitions like the Tampa Am, the Tampa Pro. So this park is no joke. It's a big deal. Everyone who's skating this is just a real good skater, real serious, because all the obstacles here are relatively massive. The smallest quarter pipes here are about 5 feet tall. And it's very fast. Here's the roll-in over here, comes right out to the pyramid. And here's the other side of the park. Quarter pipes all around for good flow. And as I said earlier, they are big. You can get a lot of speed off of them. There's a big ledge manual pad in the corner. Over the last year, they added that bump to bar gap. So overall, the park flows very nicely, but you got to be good to skate this. I personally do not skate a lot of rails, do not skate a lot of ledges. People who skate this park would consider skating this 20 stair set thing I'm walking down. So yeah, I did not spend a ton of time skating this because I just don't skate a ton of this stuff. But you got to be good to skate it also. So there is something for everyone at this park. If you're a vert skater, you'll hit the concrete section. If you are a hardcore street skater, you will hit this pro section. But if you're like me, you like to dip and dabble in everything, or you're a beginner skater, you'll probably spend most of your time in the kiddie section or the bowl, which is where I took most of my runs. And this was back in January, by the way, that these clips are from. I think the park might have gotten painted a little bit or just redesigned slightly with the colors. But yeah, this is the pro course of Skatepark of Tampa in January 2023. So overall, Skatepark of Tampa, definitely my favorite skate park. Best place I've ever skated. And it is largely due to the variety. Honestly, this section, not my favorite part of the park. But maybe one day that will change. But my goal is to get out here at least once a year, get to this park. So there will definitely be many more trips to come. So now you've gotten a full walkthrough of the skate park of Tampa. I wasn't going to walk down into the pro course just because I didn't want to get in any of these guys' way. I'm going to now show you some of the amenities that come with this skate park. So we're going to get out of there, walk down these stairs, walk through this hall. Got vending machines all over the park. And you can buy snacks in the shop, which we are about to get into. The skate shop has displays everywhere. Lots of displays, like things that aren't even for sale. I don't know what much of this is, to be quite honest. I'm sure if you are very knowledgeable about all the things of skateboarding that you would, probably be able to relate to some of this stuff in here. But yeah, I don't really know much about it at all. But we're going to get into the shop. I didn't get to film a ton of the shop only because, I'm not sure what their rules are, if you're allowed to film in the shop. But very extensive. They have literally everything. Anything you could want. They probably have it. Lots of clothing, lots of boards, lots of shoes. But I'm going to show you now actually my favorite part of the park. So right by the kiddie section, there's this little game room over here. And inside the game room is a game, one of those games where you put some money in and you get to win a prize. And look at what the prizes are. I actually won some Spitfire wheels out of here, the ones that I'm currently riding. But you could win a deck to claim at the shop. Super cool stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching the video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment if you have any questions.